who tells Fox News Digital she is very distraught about the situation and has no culpability. It comes as investigators say they were able to execute 4 search warrants Wednesday and retrieved hundreds of pieces of evidence from the shooter, including a manifesto, time released on YouTube, that included disturbing writings with multiple anti-Catholic and anti-religious references. FBI Director Kash Patel also saying the shooter expressed hatred towards Jewish people. The Minneapolis police chief says Westman is not cooperating with investigators.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has ramped up his attacks on President Trump, claiming that the president is serious about pursuing a third term. Vice President J.D. Vance criticizing Newsom's social media mockery of President Trump.
The lesson of President Trump in American politics is you've got to be authentic to yourself. And when I see Gavin Newsom trying to act like Donald Trump, that's the opposite of authenticity. He's not trying to be Gavin Newsom, whoever that is. He's trying to be a fake carbon copy of Donald Trump, and it just doesn't work.
A case that could provide the Trump administration with new and expansive power over the traditionally independent Federal Reserve will get its first court hearing today. Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook has requested an emergency injunction to block President Trump's attempt to fire her over allegations that she committed mortgage fraud when she purchased a home and condo in 2021. The Arizona National Guard faced a bomb threat last night. Fox 10 Phoenix's Lindsay Regis reports.
Around 4 p.m., a man in a red SUV drove up to Papago Park Military Reservation with what police believe was some sort of military explosive device. A man who drove to the entrance was immediately questioned by police. The vehicle was then searched by the bomb squad unit. A man claiming to be the driver's brother says it was not an explosive device. It was a tip of a mortar shell. The man told us his brother just wanted to know if it was legal to own.
Parts of a Mississippi DEI ban in public schools are blocked after a federal judge's ruling. More from Bronson Woodruff.
A federal judge stopped portions of Mississippi's ban on diversity, equity, and inclusion public school initiatives from being enforced while a lawsuit against the ban plays out. A group made up of teachers, parents, and students is suing the state here, claiming the law violates their First and 14th Amendment rights. Randy Boyd is a member of the Mississippi House of Representatives for District 19.
This bill solves a problem that we've seen since the woke people kind of took over in some areas.
He said we cannot discriminate against anybody, and this bill is to help bring hiring back to what it's supposed to be like.
It doesn't change any of the discrimination laws. All it does is it takes us back to a point where employers can hire the best qualified person, regardless of race, color, or creed. That's what businesses have to do in this economy, the world economy that we're in today.
Boyd said we have to look for the best people. He added that most companies he knows don't look at ethnicity.
It's just a simple business premise that you get the best person you can for the job.
Boyd said his side tried to keep DEI from being taught as a requirement. He doesn't think it's going to be required in Mississippi laws.
Teaching it puts the mindset in people, and we don't need to get that mindset in. Sometimes we look at our education system and we think some of the things that are put forth are woke, and it doesn't work in the world. It may sound good to people, but it's not the best thing for us to do.
I'm Bronson Woodruff.
And the U.S. economy rebounded this spring. The Commerce Department said Thursday that U.S. gross domestic product expanded at a 3.3% annual pace from April through June. For American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh.
Every day, AFA offers biblical insight on issues that others aren't willing to touch in the hopes that you'll become a world changer. That's why we're offering an in-depth worldview training course called Activate. 13 different professors teaching 18 sessions, all available online, including a printed workbook to help you apply what you've learned and 1-year access to AFA streaming content to give you even more resources. Find out more about Activate and sign up today at activate.afa.net.
It's First Time Caller Day on Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
It is first-time callers, so start lining up, folks.
I'm Tim Wildmon, and in studio with me is a lot of IQ people. 20-20-20 right there. We got 20-20-20 in this room.
Are you saying our IQ is 20?
I wondered if you meant vision.
If you didn't know you were insulted, then
your IQ is 20.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. So today's Friday, August the 29th.
Anniversary of Katrina, 20-year anniversary. How's that even possible?
Really?
It was 20 years ago.
2005, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. We all remember. If you lived through it, you remember where that. By lived through it, I mean observed from a distance. There are a lot of people in the Gulf Coast who did go through it.
Actually,
Mississippi Gulf
Whole
Coast.
towns disappeared.
Yeah, and New Orleans. And, of course, Abraham Hamilton III well documented how that changed his life.
Yes.
His whole family had to move from New Orleans to Houston, Texas.
Where he met his wife.
Yeah.
8 Days of Hope,
Started.
one of our partner ministries, that was birthed from Katrina.
All right, it's Trivia Friday on American Family Radio, also known as
Learning University.
Learning University's on the air, and we're here to. Well, Ed, what is it? We don't have an official mission statement, but if we had one, you're the guy who has it.
Our mission is to make our students smarter, better, and awesomer.
And they're students.
Yes.
They're growing.
Yes, they're growing. One question at a time. They're
I'm
becoming
talking
smarter.
All right.
Hey, and I just want to say happy Friday, Labor Day weekend in front of us, and the temperature just immediately went from 90 to 55, just like when you spot a state trooper on the side of the highway. Cooler temperatures, people having the last big hurrah, celebrating the end of summer. Be careful on your Labor Day weekend, and here we are, Trivia Friday.
All right, Trivia Friday it is here on American Family Radio. We're going to give 3 questions each, and you have to be 11 years old or older that goes without saying, doesn't it? You have to be 11 years old. We're only allowing 11-year-old people to call in this week.
Or older.
Or older. Okay.
Now, we do need to give the phone number
First-time callers.
First-time
Is that right?
callers?
It is first-time callers.
First-time callers.
If you want to get on this program and you've never been on with us before, here's the number to call. 888 589 8840.
8840.
What is that number again, Tim?
I said it's 888
888
589
589
8840.
Are you kidding me? 8840.
I'm not kidding you. That's the number to call in and be on the air. And this may be your one shot, to get on Trivia Friday.
We're not promised
So if you've
tomorrow.
been on before, we want to ask you to just
wait.
hold back.
Go
and
sit
let
in the corner.
That's right. Let the other ones
I was just saying,
observe.
this may be your only time to be on. I was going to say, and don't blow it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The potential is that there are millions of people listening.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get on your one time. And then look ridiculous.
And also, I would say this, and listen, I'm not trying to shame anybody.
Right.
From the
we far be it from us to do that.
No, because we have none oftentimes. But if you call in to be on the program, Trivia Friday, and this is your one chance, have a question. Have a trivia question.
That is true.
Because we have had a few folks call in and we say, all right, go ahead. And they say, well, I really don't have a question.
And they don't know which question they want to answer.
Yeah. So I would say, be like the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, whichever one. Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
While you're at it, know how to start a fire and know a couple of knots.
It only takes a spark, JJ.
That's exactly right.
Get a fire going.
You're exactly right.
Hey, JJ, there's also one of these 9 questions. There's something special about it. I'm just telling you. I feel it.
So right out of the chute, we offer 3 questions each out of these original 9 questions. One is the mystery question.
It's mystery.
If you happen to land on it, you feel the suspense, you answer the mystery question correctly, you're going to hear this sound. The beloved cowbell.
Beloved.
Mm-hmm. And that means that you win yourself an AFR cap. And, boy, that's going to be a great day. Friday, right in front of Labor Day weekend, and you all of a sudden win one of these really nice AFR caps. If you don't win one, go to our store. We've got sweatshirts, T-shirts, books, all kinds of resources. And this really is an outstanding AFR cap.
And where do they go to get to that resource center?
I'm not sure. Last time I went online,
I got it.
I launched a bunch of drones over Boston, and I got stuck in this portal and started heading into another universe. So my family, they won't let me shop.
Drones Over Boston was a great song. Back in the day.
Yes, it was.
Oh, look, I'm going to take such a crazy detour. We said beloved cowbell,
Yeah.
which you went to Mississippi State University.
Right.
Last week I was in Israel. Amazing. Sea of Galilee, all the sites. We're going down those narrow streets of Jerusalem, the old city of David, and you've got some carcasses, some fish that are caught, some flying carpets, whatever. There is a booth for Alabama football. It's Alabama.
Chris Woodward sent us a picture.
And I saw it with my own eyes.
I've always said
that wasn't Photoshop.
I've always said in Alabama, football is a religion.
Well,
so don't be surprised in a holy city like Jerusalem. There'll be some shrine.
If we could have, well, that would have been a time right there, standing in front of that Alabama booth.
Right.
We could have turned to the jury and said, "I rest my case." Nick Saban's missing a good opportunity to go there and sign some autographs. Just show up unannounced.
Yeah, he needs some money.
Yes, yeah, that's right. His bank account's been drying up. Hey, by the way, that resource center where you can go ahead and take a look at ball caps, T-shirts, all those things JJ mentioned is resources.afa.net. Resources.afa.net.
Go ahead.
All right. Don't forget, by the way, the phone number, 888-589-8840.
First-time callers only.
First-time callers only. All right, here are my three questions. First, in the dystopian sci-fi classic Fahrenheit 451, what does the number 451 stand for? Why is it in the title? Second question, how many countries are there in Africa? This is multiple choice.
I miss the rain.
Down in Africa?
I do.
Are there 14? Are there 34 countries? Are there 54? Are there 74 countries? How many countries are there in Africa? We're not going to ask you to name them. We all know you can't. Third question, neither can I. The Hoover Dam sits between what two states? The Hoover Dam sits between what two states?
Those are great questions. Here's what I've got. In which book of the Bible do we read the exhortation to be a watchman on the wall? Which book of the Bible do we read the exhortation to be a watchman on the wall? Second question, what mountain is the tallest point in Japan?
Ain't no mountain tall enough.
Now, look, you guys give me a lot of grief for having a Rolodex of a joke for every topic. Tim has got that song Rolodex.
He does.
Any song, any mention of anything, he knows the songs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
It actually ain't no mountain high enough, not tall enough. But go ahead.
What mountain is the tallest point in Japan?
Yeah.
Third question, true or false? When the two numbers on the opposite sides of a dice are added together, it always equals 7. When the two numbers on the opposite sides of a dice are added together, it always equals 7. Is that true or false? Well, Ed, you can think back to your days in Boston when you had on your do-rag and you were down at the park playing craps. Just remember and think about it on both sides of that dice if that's the case.
Man,
Sitting on the picnic table out there at the playground, you remember those days.
Those days were before I was a Christian, and I still never gambled because I always lost. Now, obviously, there are spiritual reasons for not doing it now, but there were practical reasons for not doing it then.
Yeah. All right, my turn?
Yes, sir.
Your turn.
All right. If you have xenophobia, which animal would scare you? If you have xenophobia, which animal would scare you? Number 2, who is the best-selling American author of all time? So this person is an American, and this person is the best-selling author. Who is the best-selling American author of all time? And my third question, from the world of desserts.
I love that world.
That was a good one. I put that one on the tee for you, Ed, and you hit it over the wall.
Did. You hesitated, and I
saw you
right
coming down the lane, and right there at the top of the key, Tim alley-ooped that ball for you, and you just went up there and
dunked it.
Okay,
here's the question. I hope I can say these words right, but so here we go.
Saying words right is pretty important, Tim.
Alternating layers of lady fingers soaked in a coffee liqueur combo with mascarpone cheese and chocolate. I knew I should have asked.
You're already waist deep.
All right. What is that kind of cheese?
I hope you can tread water.
What is it?
I'm not. Let me see.
What is that?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Mascarpone. It looks like.
Okay.
Mascarpone.
So
maybe it's mascarpone.
Alienating. I'll try it again. If you're looking at your menu and you're at this restaurant and you go, I like that. Alternating layers of ladyfingers soaked in a coffee liquor combo with mascarpone, cheese, and chocolate gets you what uplifting Italian dessert? Whew.
Yeah.
I went a long way for that one.
It's.
Now,
you know what I'm talking about?
Wait,
no, I know what you're talking
about. Can you
about.
imagine if you and I read that, how much mockery
Yes.
would we, for the length of it and all those words he butchered, how much mockery would we?
I thought about not doing that to myself, but,
No,
but I
look,
went ahead and read it.
you got it out there, and some people that love, which most people love desserts, they're going to know. A lot of people are going to know what you just said.
Did I say it well enough? Do you have an idea?
Everybody knows, I think.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
The ones who are cultured.
Okay.
You got us going in the right direction.
All right, let's go.
All right. We're going to Arkansas, and Bob is on the phone. Bob is left over from last week. He's been holding 7 days. This is the kind of dedication we like.
That's what we're talking about.
Bob, welcome.
Tenacity.
Welcome to Trivia Friday.
Oh, thank you so much. I remember last week it was 8 weeks we had a forgiveness for, so I'm left over from an 8-weeker.
There you go.
Okay.
No, and there's help for people like you, Bob.
That's right.
There's
a 12-step
That's not what
program.
my wife says.
She's been saying it for a long time, hasn't she, Bob?
That's right.
Hey, you want to ask, answer, or do both, brother?
I want to do both.
Okay, which one you want to try to answer?
Let's go to Africa.
All right, here's the question, Bob. How many countries are there in Africa? Multiple choice, 14, 34, 54, or 74. What say you?
There's 54, I think, that are recognized. I don't know if there's any small ones that aren't, but there's 54 that I know of.
54.
All right.
Hey,
way to go.
Start us out.
Now, did you have to look that up, or did you just kind of have a good guess, or what?
Well, I thought that's what it was, and I made sure.
Good.
Well, that's all right.
That's good. Confirm the answer that you were pretty
And I'm glad
confident
that this
about.
was the mystery question.
It was not.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Africa, Bob?
I have not,
Okay.
but we have supported a lot of missionaries in Africa.
Yeah.
Amen.
Oh, all right.
Amen. I was just there about 3 weeks ago.
You were, JJ?
Yeah, amazing. Got to go on a safari, got to go spend time at a ministry, and just can't say enough about that beautiful country.
All right, what's your question?
Actually, a continent, but
Yeah, beautiful continent.
yeah,
Well, the country
Mine
you were
is the
in,
tri-
right?
That's right.
the country you went
Yeah.
to, which is part of the continent.
That's
right.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
Would that sound like a smart aleck right there?
I think you're just defensive right now because
Okay.
of your dessert question.
All right.
So
you're
you're just-
probably right.
You're just fighting back a
It's
little bit.
subconscious.
Yes. We all have a good subconscious working. That's how we know when we've done something wrong.
Or when dessert tastes good.
That's right.
All right, Bob, go ahead.
Okay, well, mine is a very religious question,
All right.
and Tim can't answer it, but he does. I don't think he's here today.
He is.
So-
He's
Oh,
sitting.
he is there?
He's
Well,
sitting.
Yeah,
He's not allowed
I
to
think
answer
I'm here,
that.
Bob. Pinch me, Ed.
Yes, I think.
Oh, there
he's
you are.
He's
Yeah,
to my
you're right.
right, as usual. To my right.
All right, Bob, go ahead. Fire away.
Okay. Well, my question is, was Tim dunked or sprinkled?
Was Tim
Okay, so that's
As
why
a
you said
kid?
Tim's not allowed to answer.
Oh, that's
Oh.
good.
All right.
Yeah.
right.
Okay, we're gonna JJ and I are gonna talk
You
amongst
talking about
ourselves.
baptized?
Baptized. I'm
So
going to
he's
say he was
Methodist. He's
sprinkled.
Sprinkled.
Yes.
I would guess. We're gonna go with sprinkled, Bob.
Was Bob
That's
there?
what I would guess. I don't know, but I would guess that he was sprinkled.
You don't know the
Because his
answer to your
father
own
was-
question?
You would guess.
All right, Tim.
That's right. His
Well,
dad was
he's
a
right.
Methodist minister. He was sprinkled.
Y'all tell me when I.
Yeah, you go.
All right, you
jump
jump in there, Tim.
Okay, well, anyway,
In first person.
I'm going to go back. It was a long time ago, and I was, because I'm 62 now, so we're going back 61 and a half years probably or more.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was at a small country church, and how long do y'all have?
We've got time. Yeah.
We got
Huh?
at least 10 minutes till the
I mean,
break.
you're-
Listen,
You do
whenever
care, right?
whenever they have testimony service, when the person they hand
All
the
right.
mic to says, "I was born at a very early age," I go, "We're going to
Yeah.
be here a while."
All right, so Bob, to answer your question, I was You are asking a question, or are you making
No,
a...
yeah,
No, he
his
is.
question for us. Were you
I was raised in the Methodist church. Methodists have baby
baptism?
baptisms, sprinkling or whatever you want to. They don't dunk babies, thank goodness. Or we'd have a small nursery. So that was bad. I didn't say that. I'm sorry. But Bob, Bob, when I was like 25 or something like that, I did go through immersion at a separate baptismal service. So I've got all the bases covered.
Yes, you do.
You want sprinkling? You want dunking? I got them both. I
That's
don't
right.
have donuts.
You don't?
Dunkin', don't. You
All
all right, but thank you, Bob.
Thanks,
you sit
Bob.
together?
Yes.
Is there any I would ask you, is there any other way I need to be baptized?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Now,
There may be a denomination that can.
Okay.
think of
Hey,
something
look,
you hadn't
when
covered.
you said that, a friend of mine, Mark, they had a little baby. So then they had I said, you guys, I don't want to be nosy. Are you thinking about having other children? He said, well, we got a boy and a girl. If they come up with something else, we'll have another child.
All right, go to the next call.
All right, we go to Louisiana, and Jeffrey is on the line. Jeffrey, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you. How y'all doing?
Pretty good, Jeffrey.
I'm
Where are
doing
you
pretty
calling
good.
from in Louisiana?
Destrehan.
Okay. Well, listen, thanks for who does LSU play? Oh, they play Clemson, don't they? Tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not really a football fan. Sorry.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Ask, answer, or both?
I'm gonna answer
All right. Which one?
in both. The Fahrenheit question.
All right, here you go, Jeffrey, in the dystopian sci-fi classic Fahrenheit 451. What does the number 451 stand for?
I think it's the temperature of the flame.
It is. It's the temperature at which paper and books burn, and Fahrenheit 451 is about a future in which dictatorship burns books. Not allowed to read it. So you are correct, sir.
Good.
Way to go.
There you go,
Good
Jeffrey.
on you, Jeffrey.
Did you know that? You just kind of guess or what?
No, I read that book. It was a pretty good book.
Yeah. In high school, a lot of people
What was the name
read
of it
that.
again?
Fahrenheit 451, warning against book burning and etc. So good on you, Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey, I'm going to be in Alexandria, Louisiana, Thursday evening, September the 18th. I don't know how far you are from there, but it's a banquet for the Senla Pregnancy Center. It's a ticketed event. I'm going to be at Randolph Riverfront Stadium, Riverfront Center, and anybody nearby, you're invited.
All right. How close
All
are
right,
you there?
thank you. 3 hours. That's about 3 hours away.
Oh, it'd be worth the drive.
Well, it
Nice,
probably
nice.
would be once you got there. 3-hour drives. I wouldn't even go visit my grandkids if they were that far away.
I know some people that went on a 3-hour cruise, and it didn't turn out
Yeah.
well for them.
I'm just kidding about the grandkids.
Am I going to have to bring this show back into
Yes,
focus?
Yes,
bring it
you
back.
are.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeffrey, what's your question for us?
What's the definition of eternal life?
The definition of eternal life, that defines itself.
Okay, you taught.
I
There's
think
a
it's
specific.
talking about it in John, and then you have searched scriptures, and in them you've find eternal life, or in or in John, 3 John or something. Where
Well,
it says,
John
this is
17,
eternal life.
I don't know exactly what you're looking for. In John 17, it does say, Jesus says that to know, it's his high priestly prayer to the Father, and I think he says to know you is eternal life. But there are several, like JJ said, there are several references to eternal life.
What do you got,
Are we
Jeffrey?
close?
Yeah, that's it. He says, and this is life eternal, to know God the Father and His Son Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Okay. Amen.
Hey, that's great, Jeffrey. Have a good weekend. Have a good Labor Day weekend. Thanks for listening to AFR.
That's a good spiritual note to have
Yes.
on the program. All right, we go to Alabama, and Richard is on the line. Richard, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello, can you hear me all right?
Sure can.
Yes, sir. We can hear you in
Right,
the back.
thank you. I'm a big fan of yours. And, I'm going to answer the dice question. Is that true?
Here's the question: is true or false? When the two numbers on opposite sides of a dice are added together, it always equals 7. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm going to just take a guess. I think I've heard it was.
It is 100% true.
Man.
And that's
right.
the first I heard of that. I've been playing like aggravation, different dice games, and rolling dice for different, whatever it is, the Monopoly, whatever. And I didn't know that.
I think someone had asked us that, or I don't know, a month or two ago, because I hadn't heard it until then.
Yeah.
I think you were out.
Hey, good guess. What's your question for us?
Okay. I got a question for y'all. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can.
Yes.
Okay. What famous commercial, this is an oldie, y'all probably remember it, did the slogan, "It takes a licking and keeps on ticking"?
Timex watch.
Way to go, JJ.
Yeah.
Timex watch. The Timex. Are they still around, Richard? Timexes?
I think they are, yeah, because I remember just about every birthday, that's what my mother used to get me, and I was just thrilled with it,
Well,
I think they're still around.
Well, then later commercial says that how many licks on a Timex does it take to get to the chocolate center? So, just they always kind of change things.
Depends on your attitude, doesn't it?
That's right. They change things like Cracker Barrel.
Does that do me? I don't.
Yeah, they have Timex.
No, but I don't see. I quit wearing a watch after the cell phone started telling me what time it was.
Yeah.
Ed, look at that with one of your good eyes. What's that say right there?
I can't. It does say Timex.
Yeah, Timex. That's what I'm wearing.
All right.
Cool.
But all the young people don't have watches. They just look at their phone.
Thank you, Richard. Appreciate hearing from you, buddy.
Probably 5 years.
That's Richard calling from Alabama. We're going to take a short time out right here. When we get back,
we'll reset our questions.
And we got James in Mississippi. We got Sean in Texas, Casey in Arkansas, Bob in Missouri, Deborah in Virginia.
Deborah would be our first lady. Come on, ladies, let's step up. We need more tender-sounding voices on the air.
We'll be back. We'll be back after this short timeout. Stay with us.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildmon.
Once outside Rome on our way to Naples, we stopped at a restaurant for a rest stop. When we were returning to our bus, we met a couple of men who were peddling watches. They were trying to sell to several members of our group. I noticed a couple who were looking at one watch. The man was asking $130 for the watch. They looked at it for a moment and then gave it back to the man. He then approached me and asked if I wanted it. I told him no, I wasn't interested. He then pulled me aside and said he'd let me have it for $80. Although I wasn't interested in the watch, my bargaining curiosity was aroused, and I told him that it was still too high. He wanted to know if I was the tour leader. I told him that I was. That being the case, he said, he'd let me have it for $50. Well, I looked at the watch again. It was an Omega. Although my knowledge of watches was limited, I remembered that Omega was a pretty good brand of watch. I looked at it a little closer. It looked like a good buy, but the fact remained that I didn't need the watch. I had a good one. I thought about it for a moment and then shook my head and told him I wasn't interested. But he was persistent, and as I walked toward the bus, he asked what I would give for it. Being kind of ridiculous, I told him I'd give him $10. He balked a little and tried to act insulted. I walked on to the bus. He approached some others and tried to sell the watch to them. None were interested. Finally, just before we were ready to leave, he came to the bus and told me he'd take $20. Now, we started at $130. I kind of laughed a little, reached into my pocket and pulled out a $10 bill. Again, he acted insulted. But as the door was being closed, he ran up, grabbed my $10, and handed me the watch. And all the way home I thought about my bargain, a watch which he had once asked $130 for, I had bought for only $10. You know, it's not every day you have a chance at a bargain like that. Well, after I'd been home a few days, the watch stopped running. I carried it to the repair shop to get it fixed. It was there that I learned that the watch I had bought was not an Omega at all, but an imitation, counterfeit. I had been taken. My bargain was no bargain at all. Many times I've thought about that incident and remembered the lesson it taught me. There are many areas to which this truth applies. For instance, many people are attracted to the Christian faith when the cross is left out. Like I was with the watch, they're looking for a bargain. But before long, they become disillusioned. Then they have to face the truth. Christianity minus the cross is no bargain at all. It is counterfeit. Remember that the next time you're offered Christianity at a bargain.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildmon, a production of the American Family Association.
Therefore, since we have been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. Through him we have also obtained access by faith into this grace in which we stand, and we rejoice in hope of the glory of God.
American Family Radio.
Welcome back, everybody, to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. What was that? Wasn't that?
That's Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes, yeah.
I see nothing. I hear nothing.
That line's lasted until today, hasn't it?
Yeah.
From that, what was he?
It was Sergeant Schultz.
Sergeant Schultz, yeah.
Yeah. That's back when Nazis were funny. Now they're... Now, Nazis thrown around to describe MAGA.
Everybody's Nazis.
Everyone's a Nazi now. Nobody laughs. Well, you know, Nazis weren't funny, but that show was funny.
Right. All right, Trivia Friday is on American Family Radio. Thanks for listening. We also call this Learning University. We're going to repeat our questions
that have heretofore
gone unanswered, and then we'll go back to the phones. What do you got, Ed?
I got to add a couple. I've had a couple answered.
You had a couple.
Okay. The Hoover Dam sits between what two states? That's one that I have left over. Second question, in the United States of America, what is the only state to have a one-syllable name? I think we've had this before, but I couldn't remember how long ago it was. So we'll see if you students have been listening. Which is the only state to have a one-syllable name?
And since we've added the Gulf of America and Puerto Rico as a state, some of those other things, Canada. So things, have changed a little bit. That's right.
And then third question, this is easy, so I don't want anyone complaining that I always have hard questions. Mm-mm. How many squares are on a checkerboard?
Wait,
How many
said
squares
that's easy?
Are on a checkerboard? Yeah, you don't.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay, good. Well, then this might be a little bit of a challenge. All right, up to you.
Here's what I've got. First question from the Bible. In which book of the Bible do we read the exhortation to be a watchman on the wall? Second question, what mountain is the tallest point in Japan? Third question, multiple choice. What is the study of palmology? What is the study of palmology? P-O-M.
I don't know, but Sister Ruby can read yours.
Oh, my goodness.
If you want her to. All you got to do is stop on the side of the road between here and Memphis. She's got a little flashing sign out there. Sister Ruby, read your palm.
Yeah, no, this isn't P-A-L-M. This is P-O-M. Palmology.
Oh.
Yeah, and here it is, multiple choice. What is the study of palmology? Is it A, the study of cheerleaders' pom-poms, B, the study of gymnastics pommel horses, or C, the science of growing an apple? What is palmology?
Palmology.
Yeah.
P-O-M.
P-O-M.
Like a pom-pom.
Yes. So don't give it away.
All right.
So that's my questions.
How can I give it away if I don't know it?
There you go.
That's a good
Well,
question.
sometimes on this show, one of us just keeps talking,
And we
accidentally give it away.
I got you. All right, here are my 3 questions. Number 1, if you have xenophobia, which animal would scare you? Xenophobia. Number 2, who is the best-selling American author of all time?
Of all time?
Of all time.
All right.
The best-selling American author of all time. And number 3, my tongue twister, at least for me, is this. It's a dessert question. Alternating, you getting ready for it?
I'm getting ready.
Alternating layers of ladyfingers soaked in a coffee liqueur combo with mascarpone cheese and chocolate gets you what uplifting Italian dessert? I'm sorry.
No, listen. That's
Did I do okay on that?
yeah.
One?
That's a good
Okay.
question. And
It's the cheese
you did
I
better.
don't know how to pronounce.
Tim,
I don't either.
Tim, can I-
Mascarpone, is that it?
Wait,
I don't know.
Tim, can I get you to do this in another different way? Here we go. So Ed and I are sitting at the table, and here you
Yeah.
come. Hey, thank you for waiting on us. What's the special today for the dessert?
Thank you for coming. My name's Tim, and I'm here to serve you.
I'll be your waiter. Yes.
No, don't say waiter. That's
No,
like
no.
80s.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll be your server.
I'll be your server today.
Yeah. What's on the menu dessert?
Well, we got and then for our dessert, we have alternating layers of ladyfingers soaked in coffee liquor combo with mascarpone cheese and chocolate gets you. And
yeah.
What is that dessert?
Okay.
I'm ashamed I don't know how to pronounce that.
It's got to be mascarpone. Seems to me, cheese. It's a kind of cheese.
I think mascarpone was one of those little puppets that was on the
Well,
on the
you know
screen.
what? He ruled Chicago for a back in the 40s.
Yeah, you got some Tommy guns
Yeah.
and a bunch of henchmen. Yeah, you can just take over.
Before Al Capone was mascarpone.
Yeah.
Mascarpone.
Yes.
And he was ruthless.
Oh, he was.
He was
The night
his-
Chicago died. Listen to that song. All right, let's
They
go.
mentioned mascarpone.
Yes, they do.
All right. We go to Mississippi, and James is on the line. James, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Thank you.
Well, thank you for
Thank
calling
you,
us
brother.
gentlemen. We appreciate that. Whether it's true or not, we leave that up to the people who know us best. All right, you want to ask, answer, or do both?
We're going to try both.
All right, which question you want to answer, James?
The highest mountain in Japan.
Here's the question. What mountain is the tallest point in Japan?
Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji. Nice.
It's an excellent restaurant, too.
Good job,
here in town.
James. What's your question for us?
What is the name of the thief that was on the cross next to Jesus, who I always figure is the first man in heaven under the new covenant?
I don't remember them naming his name.
It's the names are in church tradition. I don't think they're in the scripture, and his name was Dismas.
That is correct.
Nice.
So that is just
good
church tradition
Yeah.
over the.
His name was what?
Dismas, Dismas.
Oh.
Hey, thank
And
you, James, and thank you for listening to AFR. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
Is that it?
That was his
It is
question
now.
He
for
was
us.
he was saying something.
He was trying to say so. Yeah,
as he was fading out.
yeah.
So
Sorry, James. Sometimes
things happen in life.
Sometimes things happen
Unexplained.
and we get cut. We cut off our callers
Be
sometimes.
careful, Ed.
Well, I just trying to explain. We're not doing it on purpose.
Right.
We're just moving on to the next call, and we
Right.
heard the tail end, kind of the beginning of what he was trying
Yeah,
to say. So
so-
sorry about that, James.
Yeah.
You don't sound sympathetic
No,
at
I
all.
just I'm
All right,
sorry that happened.
And I'm sorry I fumbled that. I was fumbling
Okay.
around on
We
explaining.
all do
it.
that from time to time.
Yeah. All right, Arkansas and Casey. Casey's at the bat. Welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey, we got a lady on the
Yeah,
on the
good to
line.
hear from you, Casey. Where do you live in Arkansas?
In Newark.
That's in New Jersey, isn't
It's
it?
like, no, that's Newark or something. It's 2 hours north of Little Rock.
Okay. Okay. All right. So are you a Razorback fan or no?
No, not really.
Not really? Okay.
Hey, Casey, I'm going to be in Arkansas in October.
Where aren't you going to be?
Tiny town, Onie, O-N-I-A, little bitty small town, doing stand-up comedy on a Saturday night at one church and then speaking at another church Sunday morning. I'm going to have most of my family with me.
Good. So,
awesome.
Do you know where that town is,
It's
Casey?
tiny, O-N-I-A, and it's right up from Mountain Village or Mountain View.
Bingo was his
one
name.
of those. Yeah, that's right.
Well, anyway,
Okay, sure.
yeah. If you're
laugh
close
at my
enough,
joke.
within 3 hours, and want to make that, JJ, where would they go to find out where in Onia?
JJJasper.com, and I'm pretty sure it's on the calendar. JJJasper.com. I do know it's in October.
You're really good at keeping that calendar up to date. I know.
Yeah, that's on there. I feel pretty good about that.
All right, Casey. Which question you want to ask, answer, or do both?
I'm just going to answer.
All right. Which one you want to try to answer?
And I would like to answer the question about the palmology, maybe?
Yes, it's multiple choice, so you got a 33 and a third chance of getting it right. What is the study of palmology? P-O-M-O-L-O-G-Y. Is it A, the study of cheerleader pom-poms, B, the study of gymnastics pommel horses, or C, the science of growing an apple?
I'm really thinking it's the apple.
It is C, the science of growing an
right.
apple.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Awesome.
Now,
and that was just
Casey,
an
with-
educated guess.
Now, Casey, with all those little things I put out there to throw you, off on a rabbit's trail, you didn't bite on any of those. See what I did there?
Yeah.
The rabbit bites.
Yeah, no, the rabbit bite the apple, like the apple
Oh,
taking a bite out
I
of the
thought
apple.
you were talking about rabbit biting.
Yeah.
No, so did you just had you heard that somewhere, or was that strictly a guess?
It was strictly a guess. I knew number one, the first A, no. I just palms, no. That
Process of
wasn't it. Second one, it
elimination, I
kinda
think
had
that's what
me
I used
thinking
right
a little bit, but yeah, it was a total guess on the apple. So
Yeah, what?
Hey, you got it. Nice
Time to
job.
Make the putt.
Well, now I'm going to be real nosy here. So,
yeah.
Labor Day weekend, you guys going to the beach, you're going to grandparents, you're going to have a staycation. What's it look like for you guys?
And how many guns do you have in your house?
Well, no, and then hamburgers, hot dogs. What are we talking about? Because we could be tempted to change our plans and come to your house if it's steak, and we like our steak medium well. What about
Well, you're welcome to. We'd love to have you come to our house, but we won't be there. Actually, my husband and I are on our way right now to Nashville to go see an Indy race, an IndyCar race. So, but we're camping as well. So we're hauling the camper. We're going to have hot dogs and hamburgers. But we'd love for y'all to join us in Nashville as well.
See,
so.
the campgrounds, that's what people are going to be on the golf course, on the lake,
Yes.
at the park, on the river, and we're encouraging everybody to be safe. But how fun is that, bringing the camper on our way from Arkansas to Nashville? That's great.
Are they you talking about at the Motor Speedway, or is this one of those go through town races?
Nashville Motor
It's at Nashville Motor
Okay,
Speedway.
okay, yeah, okay. So
That's awesome.
That's where NASCAR runs, but
Yes, and
yeah.
the Indy races. This is their last race of the season, so we're super excited.
That's awesome.
Wow,
Awesome.
fun.
All right, we all have a great trip.
Yeah,
Casey,
be safe.
Don't
Enjoy
pretend
it.
don't pretend to be one of those Indy drivers out there
That's
on the
right.
interstate. I-40, good old I-40.
How
many?
That is not a pleasant experience
It's,
between Memphis and Nashville. That I-40, because it's
Well-
just loaded with 18-wheelers.
Well, usually, all the way from Little Rock, all the way to.
And listen, we love our truckers. They do
Yes, we
perform
do.
a great service for our country.
I'm just talking about repairs.
And then
repair
just
work.
trying to navigate, trying to get around.
We can
on
always
the
find
interstate.
something to complain about, can't we?
And I do.
Yes.
And that's all that was.
It's part of being Italian.
That's exactly right. I always say we give the Jews a run for their money when it comes to griping.
I did a Sunday school lesson on being grateful, and there's a lot of verses in there, about.
Yeah.
And so, do everything without murmuring and complaining. And I asked my wife, and my daughters were close by. I said, "Hey, do I complain very much?" Their eyes got big. They said, "Dad, You are an industrial strength pointer. I said, what? Melanie said, as soon as your eyes open, you're like, oh, my back is hurting. Oh, man, I'm freezing or it's too hot. And I go through the house and say, I hate that light right there, hanging over the island. She said, you say that every morning, and, you grumble about the Biden for 4 years. And I said, really? I said, because I feel like I'm the happiest person I know. They said, it is absolutely your default. You just go, who left these toys in the hallway? So I didn't realize they didn't.
Get off my lawn.
Yes. I'm working towards being an old geezer.
All right, you're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, Ed, and JJ, thank you for calling and listening to and calling the program, and also for listening to us here on AFR.
It's first-time callers.
First-time callers. Today. Back to the phones, Ed.
All right, let's go to Missouri, fellas. And Bob that's our second Bob today.
Yeah, and you can spell that frontwards and backwards.
That's right. Well, Bob, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Well, thanks very much, and good day to you. I hope that I am honest enough to esteem you, Professor.
Well,
there you go, Bob.
Hey, where do you live in Missouri?
I live in Bunker, and I think even your geography does not include Little Bunker, Missouri, Tim.
Okay, well, is it like in the middle?
It a hill?
I don't know where.
Give him a hint. What's the next town of like 10,000 people? Because he'll know not only where it is, he'll know what highway.
A town of 10,000 is you got to go pretty far from Bunker. It is about 30 miles from the town where Yogi Berra's bride was born,
Salem, Missouri.
You know that's
where who was born?
Yogi
Berra's wife.
So when you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Yeah. Yogi Berra's wife. Wow, that's a deep dive.
I think you said Yogi Berra's bride, right? Is that what you said, Bob?
Yeah,
I did.
I don't know. Let's move on. I don't know. I just asked because I do know a lot about Missouri.
All right, can I just ask him one question about Bunker? Does it have a Dollar General?
In fact, it does.
Yes.
All right.
It's American.
Well, then you're big enough.
He knew the answer to his own question.
Ask, answer, or both, Bob. Go ahead.
I would like to do both.
Which one do you want to answer?
I'm interested in the question about xenophobia.
Okay, here's the question. Okay, I'm going to give you the question, then you can talk. If you have xenophobia, which animal would scare you?
Well, this depends on how that's spelled. If this is the CYN phobia, then it is fear of dogs.
It is CYN, and it is the fear of dogs.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Sounds like Bob knows his phobias, too.
Yeah, but do you have that? Are you xenophobic?
No, by no means. In fact, I don't even have ibophobia, which is fear of palindromes.
Fear of palindromes.
Fear of what?
Palindromes.
Isn't that where you ride your bicycle around? It's got the bank.
Is this an animal?
No, I think palindromes are something to do with words like Bob that you can say, isn't it? Where you say the same backwards and forwards?
Oh, okay. See,
right.
I missed the joke because I didn't know.
Like race car.
That's a good one. He had a good one.
That was excellent.
But
I think Bob is on the smart side.
So xenophobia is the fear of dogs. Dogs, that's one of those. You have a healthy fear of dogs if you need to.
Well, you tell that to the mailman, because every one of them gets that sometime before they retire. They get that xenophobia that jumps.
That's why you
on
stay in your car.
Well, a phobia is an irrational fear.
A phobia,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, what's your question for us?
My wife has that.
I have a geography question for you. What is the largest county in Missouri, and what is its county seat?
Tim, we're counting on you.
Are you
were
talking
born
about
there.
geographically, or are you talking about people?
So largest county in area in Missouri.
Wow. Well, I know a lot about Missouri, but I don't know that. I was born there. You know, they got
Houston, Texas, Missouri.
Yeah.
All right, what's the answer, Bob?
Well, the answer is Texas County is the largest county in Missouri, and its county seat is Houston, which I think you know about, Tim.
Yeah, I was born there. Absolutely. I remember it well.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You remember it well when you were born?
Yeah.
And sprinkled
that birth
shortly
canal.
thereafter?
And I just got out of there and said, "Where am I?" And the doctor said, "Pow! You're in Houston, Texas, Missouri." No, that was my dad was stationed at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, which is a big Army base there. And for 2 years he was there. This is in the early 60s. So
that's where you were sprinkled.
That's where I was
too.
born.
That's where I was.
I don't know. Sprinkling. I was. I lost my memory right there. after
being
well, when that
slapped.
doctor popped me.
Yeah, a lot of your earlier
I
memories.
just went into shock for about probably 6 months or so. Best I remember.
Wow.
Anyway, here we go.
All
Thanks,
right,
Bob. Have
Bob,
a great
thank
weekend.
you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hey, he was smart. You could tell, and quick-witted.
Yep. All right, let's go to Texas. We're going to Texas, and Sean is on the line. Sean, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hi, thank you. So glad to be on here.
Thank you, Sean. Where are you calling from in Texas?
Willis.
Okay.
Willis. Shalom. That's you Texans know that's howdy in Hebrew.
No.
You didn't know that, did you, Sean?
I didn't know.
Well, Sean, you want to ask, answer, or do both?
Both.
All right, which one you want to try to answer?
The dessert.
Hey,
here we
Tim,
go.
Here we go.
Tim, finally.
Right.
You won't
I want
have
to hear you read
She's
it
going to
again.
get it. I think she's going to get it,
Yeah.
and you won't have to say it again.
Oh, good.
But you need to do it right.
We'll all rejoice.
Yeah, do it
Getting
right
a little worked up right now because I don't know why I did this.
No, just you can say triggered. There's enough
Okay.
young people listening. They'll understand you
Okay.
being triggered by
Here's
this.
my question that Deborah's going to relieve me of, and I won't have
Sean.
to ask again. Sean from Texas.
Thank
Okay,
you.
here's the question. Alternating layers of ladyfingers soaked in a coffee liquor, I guess, combo with mascarpone cheese. Why would anybody ever want this after I read it? And
It's
chocolate
actually very good.
get you what uplifting Italian dessert?
Tiramisu.
That's right.
what we're talking about. Close your eyes and you can picture Tim with one of those aprons on.
Coming out to your table?
Yes, holding the menu. I see it. Close your eyes. All of our listeners will see with that apron.
All right, what is
that menu.
Let's go through this, Sean, and you can help me here. Alternating, I know what a tiramisu is, and it's very good.
Yeah.
And that little cheese is little flaky
Mascarpone?
white, isn't it?
Yeah, and it comes, I think, in a little roll, kind of a circular little container.
Describe it for
you
me.
guys are eating at nicer restaurants than I am because Arby's has never even brought that out to get me a.
I haven't had
a selection.
tiramisu since
We have
I lived
the
in the
meats.
Boston area.
JJ. All right, Sean,
All right,
do you
walk through it,
do you
Sean,
make
with Tim?
do you make this at your house or do you buy it tiramisu?
We have, my uncle was Italian, and I worked in an Italian restaurant
Okay.
when my kids were
Wow.
little. It's mascarpone.
Mascarpone, okay.
Okay,
Can you
I knew.
tell us how to? Is Tim saying these words right?
Is it coffee liquor combo?
Liqueur, probably.
Liqueur.
Liqueur.
Is that French for liquor or liquor? It's
I'm
not
not sure.
alcoholic, is it?
No, I think it's
Got some alcohol in there.
I think it's
It
some.
does. Liqueur has a little bit.
Now, what's the other word that you were saying?
I was struggling with?
Lady fingers?
No, alternating layers of lady fingers.
No, after that.
You just want to hear me say it again.
No, I just want to know how. I don't want to hear her say the right way to say it because I'm
Well,
going to order it
she
one day.
said it's mascarpone, like a pony.
And she worked in an Italian restaurant. I take her word for
That's
it.
right. So you got your mascarpone cheese.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
This is the
Anyway.
most Italians we've had on the show in a while.
Yes, we got a quorum.
Yes, we have a quorum.
All right, Sean, go ahead with your question.
What famous evangelist mom loved to ride her Harley?
Wow, I'm loving that question. I don't even have an
Well,
idea.
Franklin Graham's wife. I mean, Franklin Graham does, right?
And so maybe
I'm thinking maybe his wife, or maybe it was Ruth. Maybe it was Billy Graham's wife. I don't know.
I can't imagine Billy Graham's wife riding Harley, not in any universe. But now Franklin, if you want to call him an evangelist, Yeah, they made
a would-be.
No. I mean, I picture
you know, Franklin Graham's a would-be evangelist.
Would-be Billy
You
Graham.
want to call him that.
No, that didn't come out right. I think of him being more the president of Samaritan's Purse and out there working and ministering in that capacity. That just sounded terrible. Yeah, we're gonna say that would-be evangelist. We're gonna say his wife.
Let me just say this before Sean gives us the answer.
Yeah.
Tim's been mocked, and now JJ's been mocked. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut the rest of the show and see if I can escape because it's that
you don't
spirit of mockery.
You don't want to become the mascarpone cheese of,
of the tiramisu.
So in the early 90s, we had a poster over on the other side of the road in the studio of Franklin Graham on his Harley, and he stopped by for a visit, and he had a black leather motorcycle jacket on, and I remember that because I've owned motorcycles and love motorcycles, and I thought, good for you, Franklin, for riding a Harley. So
all right, so
we'll
Sean, our answer is going to be the so-called evangelist Franklin Graham's wife.
Nope.
Oh, okay, all that for nothing.
It was his mama, Ruth.
Ruth?
What? Wait.
Wow.
What?
Well, maybe that's where Franklin got it from.
Now, that's
remarkable. He probably rode when he was little.
But she had quite a testimony coming out of the motorcycle gang. Ruth Graham. It was powerful.
She was a so-called evangelist wife, wasn't she?
I heard it one night. It brought me to tears.
She was a very spiritual woman.
Godly woman. You just picture.
Yeah, but she had a problem with speeding. I'll tell you that. She went like 120 on that Harley.
And popping willies. Yeah, but no, so meek and mild, and I cannot picture her even riding on a Harley. All right, that was great. Thank you,
Sean. Excellent. Thank you for bailing Tim out.
Yeah,
bailing me out.
I don't have to say
pronunciation.
Mascarpone anymore incorrectly. But it's mascarpone. Mascarpone cheese. All right, let's repeat our questions. We don't have time for another call right now. So what we'll do, reset our questions now. Then when we get back from the break, we won't have.
We'll go right to the phone.
That's right to the phone.
And by the way, 888-589-8840 is the number to call if you want to try to get on the show. Here are my three questions. Okay. The first question, the Hoover Dam sits between what two states? Second question, in the United States of America, which is the only state to have a one-syllable name? And third question, how many squares are on a checkerboard?
Here's what I've got. First question from the Bible. In which book of the Bible do we read the exhortation to be a watchman on the wall? Second question, I'll add a new one. What two boxers fought in the famous matchup dubbed the Thrilla and Manila?
Thrilla and Manila.
Thrilla and Manila, who were the two boxers? Third question, I'll add another one. What river is at the bottom of the Grand Canyon? Tim?
My two, I've got a question. Who is the best-selling American author of all time? All right, I'll just leave it right there. We'll let that question be answered, then I'll throw in another one.
Boy, you get really stingy with your questions.
No, I've got two. I want to save them for next week if I can. Right. We're going to take a short time out right here. We'll be back with more tiramisu and you after this time out for two.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
As a federal or state employee, you have the opportunity to support the American Family Association through the combined federal campaign. By designating a monthly payroll deduction using 12037, you help AFA continue to fight for your family. So when you complete your CFC form, remember, AFA's number is 12037. And thank you for your help.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. President Trump is continuing his nationwide crime crackdown, and he now says he's working with House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune on what he calls a comprehensive crime bill. Speaker Johnson was asked if the proposed bill could become a reality.
It is a very real possibility. We cannot allow crime to destroy our great American cities, and it begins with the nation's capital. We have to end the crime wave. We have to clean up the city. We've got to make it beautiful again.
Borders Czar Tom Homan says a ramp up in immigration enforcement operations is coming soon for New York City and other sanctuary cities. Chicago is also on the White House's radar, as they are reportedly considering using a nearby military base to support immigration operations there. But Chicago's Democrat Mayor Brandon Johnson wants no part of it.
Care about solutions to gun violence or homelessness or immigration. They just don't want to see it. They don't want our communities to be safer for all of us. They just want to play on people's fears.
But Borders Czar Tom Homan says
it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We took guns off the street that were fully automatic in the city of Chicago. That's a solution. We took child sexual predators, people who committed sexual crimes against children, off the streets of Chicago. That's a solution. Taking public safety threats off the streets of Chicago makes Chicago safer. If he had 1 ounce of integrity, he would thank President Trump for making Chicago safer every day.
The mainstream media headline is, the White House is revoking Secret Service protection for former Vice President Kamala Harris. But what President Trump is actually doing is removing a special extension of that protection for Harris granted secretly by Joe Biden. Peter Ducey reporting from the White House.
A White House official texted me this morning to confirm that her Secret Service detail has been suspended. The Harris people have told us that no reason was given for the suspension, but there are 2 important points about this. Point number 1, vice presidents typically only get 6 months of protection after leaving office, but Joe Biden extended hers. And the other point here, she has got a book tour that starts on September 24th. She and her publishers and her hosts will now be responsible for footing the bill for private security. That is going to be a huge expense.
This week's shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic school was one of many attacks on churches in recent months. Ariel Del Turco of Family Research Council has been issuing reports on attacks and talked about her findings on Washington Watch.
In our report, this past year in 2024, which is the most recent year we have data on, we found 415 incidents of hostility against churches. And compared to 2018, when we found 50, that is a massive increase over a small amount of years. And we really think that this just represents the tip of the iceberg, because we are only identifying incidents that have already been publicly reported. And we know that there are so many that churches just don't even bother to report. So many acts of vandalism, arson, destruction of church property, and in a worst case scenario, a shooting like this.
During a press conference Thursday, Acting U.S. Attorney Joseph Thompson spoke of the gunman's writings and said he appeared to hate nearly everyone, including children. It is difficult to talk about school shootings, especially with children. So what should parents do? Chris Woodward has more.
Talking about this on Washington Watch, Maria Keffler of the Arlington Parent Coalition said it really depends on the age of the child.
The younger the child is, the more careful you need to be about not scaring the child. If we're talking about a kindergarten, first grade, second grade child, if they don't know about the school shootings, I think I would really hesitate bringing it up.
If a child comes to you and says they've heard about a shooting, Keffler recommends you focus on safety.
Your mom and dad and your teachers, we're all doing everything we can to keep you safe.
I'm Chris Woodward.
Stocks are losing ground on Wall Street today after the market hit its latest all-time high. The S&P 500 down 0.5% and the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 125 points. More news online at afn.net and download the AFN mobile app for your Apple or Android device. I'm Rusty Pugh.
This weekend on The Stand Radio, President of Living Waters, Emil Zwane, will talk about the influence of pornography on Christians and how to live lives of personal purity.
The good news is through the truth of the gospel, we can have victory. We can have freedom from this. It's happened with many men. It can happen with many more.
The Stand Radio, Saturdays at 4 and Sundays at 8 p.m. Central on AFR.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
That's biblical. Everybody to today's, no, it's Trivia Friday, not today's issue. It's Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Thanks for listening to AFR. I'm Tim with JJ and Ed, and we call this Learning University.
Learning University.
Well, that was pathetic.
Yeah, that was not in stereo. We also call this Learning University. So,
quadraphonic. I'm looking for
I just asked the question that I used to ask my friends in 6th grade. Y'all trying to mess with me?
No, I got tickled thinking about Ed lagging so far behind, and then I did it.
Yeah. They've said that about Ed in other respects.
In all kinds of contexts. Why is Ed always so far behind?
All right, back to the phones, Ed.
All right, we're going to go to Virginia now if you guys are up to it.
I'm ready.
And Deborah is on the line. Deborah, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello there. Thank you for making my week. I always listen to you two. You just crack me up.
Well, thank you. We love that kind of enthusiasm.
Thank you.
do, Deborah.
And yes, Deborah, there is a Trivia Friday.
Where do
in
you
Virginia?
Where do you live in Virginia, Deborah?
A little town called Culpeper.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there.
I've been there, too. Yeah.
Did you say Culpeper?
Culpeper.
Culpeper.
Yes.
Where are you originally from?
New York.
Okay. I knew you were above the Mason-Dixon line.
She gave it away, huh?
Yeah.
That was a wicked good.
Well, I've been all over.
Yeah, that was
a
wicked good way to say it.
Resting place.
This is her final resting
Final resting place.
Yeah, that sounded like the end.
Well, we're all approaching the end,
you have
Tim,
many years to go before you're resting there, Deborah.
Yeah. All right, Deborah, you want to ask, answer, or do both?
Today I'm a little nervous about, and I'm not prepared to ask.
All right, Deborah, what did we say?
Answer.
Deborah, what did we say an hour ago? You needed to do what? Be prepared, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Deborah, I'm going to let you off the hook because you probably got a lot going on.
That's it. She might not have been listening an hour ago.
Yeah. We don't want to shame our listeners.
Not everybody gets a trophy here, guys, on this show. You got to be on your P's and Q's.
Well,
Deborah, I'm just picking on you. We're just having a little fun here. If you're not prepared,
and
that's
she
okay.
said that.
Don't take a test.
She admitted that.
Okay.
We appreciate her honesty.
Right.
All right. Which question you want to try to answer then?
Okay. I don't know if this is right. I'd like to answer the one-syllable state.
All right, here's the question.
Drama bills.
In the United States of America, which is the only state to have a one-syllable name? Deborah, I think you got it. What is it?
This is a shot in the dark. I'm going to say Maine.
It is.
Nicely done.
It is Maine.
Good shot in the dark, Deborah.
Great.
Maine. What other states, Deborah, were you considering?
None other. That was the first one.
Right.
Yeah.
Good
That's
guess.
right.
That's great.
And if you start in your head, by looking at that picture of the map in your head, you start on that upper right-hand corner. You got the answer.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, you don't have a question for us. Deborah, thank you so much for listening. We hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend.
And thank you for that enthusiastic opening there. All right, let's go to Mississippi, and Martina is on the line. Martina, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you, guys. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
I enjoy your show on Learning University.
Yes.
All the questions I wanted to answer, y'all did them, but I'll try my best. Try my best.
Where do you live in Mississippi, Martina?
Jackson
area. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so you want to answer?
You have a question that you in particular you want to answer, and then do you have a question of your own?
Yes, both.
All right.
Hey, Martina, you'll need to turn your radio down because we can hear some feedback. There's a little delay there, so if you wouldn't mind turning your radio down, and then tell us which one you want to answer.
The Watchman on the Wall.
Yes, ma'am. Here's the question from the Bible. In which book of the Bible do we read the exhortation to be a watchman on the wall?
Well, my original answer was going to be in Nehemiah, but I kind of looked it up because I wasn't sure myself. And it says it's in Isaiah 62:4 or 62. I'm not sure. So, but my original answer was Nehemiah.
You know what? It may be then in several places, because I've got Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter, where he talks about being a watchman on the wall, and if you'll warn people and if they are obedient, it'll be to both of your credit. If you fail to warn them, their blood will be on your head. So I've got Ezekiel 33, but you just may be right that it's in several places.
Well, what story are you citing there, Martina, when you're talking about Isaiah or whatever?
Well, the scriptures, when I looked it up on Google, it said Isaiah 62:4. Hold on.
Okay. Ed, what does Isaiah 62:4 say?
It says 62:4.
Yeah.
It says, no longer will they call you deserted or name or desert or name your land desolate, but you will be called Hephzibah and your land Beulah, for the Lord will take delight in you, and your land will be married. Oh, verse 6 says, I have posted watchmen on your walls, Jerusalem. They will never be silent day or night.
So there you go.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Martina.
Do you have a question for us?
She does?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I do. It's in the New Testament. The saints are not to argue with one another, but to walk in love and forgiveness. Who are two saints that had a disagreement, but it doesn't really show if they ever came back together?
All right.
That's that separation between John Mark and
it was over John Mark.
Oh yeah, Paul and Barnabas.
Paul and Barnabas. And so it doesn't ever say that they came back together for the purpose of ministry.
Right.
That may be what Martina is.
Paul and Barnabas.
That's
but there was some you kind of read between the lines, you see there's some reconciliation between Paul and Mark. So that's good.
Yes, because he asked in one of his letters to send John Mark with the parchments or something like that.
So Paul and Barnabas is our answer. How do we do?
Correct. That is absolutely correct.
Well,
all right. For ourselves.
Thank you for reading your Bible. Thank you for listening to AFR there in Jackson. And Martina, have yourself a wonderful and safe Labor Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Martina reads her Bible. You can tell that. All right, let's go to, what do you say we go to Minnesota, guys?
We go to Minnesota.
Minnesota. And Georgia is on the line. Georgia on my line. How's that?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Georgia, forgive me for that bad
So we're
pun.
talking to Georgia in Minnesota.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you being born in Houston, Texas, Missouri.
Tim.
Welcome to the program, Georgia.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
This is a hind-end, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer any.
Because everybody
questions.
got the ones that you were confident about.
Yeah.
Well,
and I was all set to answer 3 of them, but they're all gone.
Do you have a question for us?
We can reset our questions one last time.
Oh, let's do that. Hey, but before we do that, we're going to reset our questions. Georgia, in all seriousness, the nation is watching the news about what happened in Minneapolis at the Catholic Church during Mass, and we're brokenhearted about those 2 kids that were killed, 2 young children, those students, and those 18 that were injured. So just know that people are praying for your state as the mourning is taking place, the grieving taking place there.
All right, Georgia, we're going to repeat our questions. So see if you can spot one listening and see if you might want to take a shot at it. So here are my 2 that I have remaining. Number 1, the Hoover Dam sits between what 2 states? And then second question, how many squares are on a checkerboard? That's what I've got.
Here's what I've got. What 2 boxers fought in the famous matchup dubbed the Thrilla in Manila? And here's one you just may know. What river is at the bottom of the Grand Canyon? What river is at the bottom of the Grand Canyon?
Tim?
The question I have left is this. Who is the best-selling American author of all time?
All right, Georgia,
everybody knows this name. By the way, I was just curious, Georgia, where do you live in Minnesota?
Owatonna.
Okay, is that like by Montevideo or where's that?
South of Minneapolis.
Okay,
all right,
wonderful. I've been to Woodbury. You know where that is?
Yep.
Yeah, and then I took a boat ride on the St. Croix River between Minnesota and Wisconsin in the fall, and it was beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely
I
beautiful.
bet that was.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah. All right, so Georgia, where were we?
Do you get any of those questions appeal to you, Georgia?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I could answer any of them.
All right. Would you have a question for us?
Well, I have a little jingle.
Okay.
I have 3 jingles, actually. So you will have to finish it, okay?
All right. Okay.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
We'll give it a shot.
You can looky, but you'll never find a...
You can looky.
Never find a cookie?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Is this from an old commercial?
Correct.
All right, so there's more to this?
I don't know.
I'm not
Looky,
as old,
looky,
I'm
looky,
not as
but
old as
you'll
I
never
thought I was.
Find
evidently.
a cookie. Can you kind of start us off on the next one? Otherwise, I think we may be done.
Cookie.
Yeah.
Looky.
With a...
Plain hooky, and finish eating your Nabisco cookie.
You rookie.
We don't know the answer. What's the answer?
I think this is during your time, unless you guys are older than me.
Well,
I'm the whippersnap here in this room.
During my time, as you put it, I wasn't always paying attention.
That's right. We didn't listen to the commercial closely when we were in the playpen. Hey, go ahead and finish it for us.
You can looky, but you'll never find a cookie with a better than Salerno. Salerno butter cookie.
You know, that may have been something in Minnesota.
I've never heard that before.
And I've never heard of Salerno cookies. That might have been a regional snack.
But that was a fun little ditty.
Maybe it's in the Midwest.
Yeah. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a great Labor Day weekend, Georgia. A lot of regional things people think, everybody knows about this, but it may just be a product
looky.
Where you are.
Well, like Dunkin' Donuts, they were a New England company, but then they went national. But for most of my life, nobody had ever heard of them.
Our town where I grew up in Owensboro, Kentucky, 50,000 people, we would have all these products. And then we talked to our cousins in California or even in Indiana, and they'd say, what are you even talking about? When Pringles came in the tube can, they hadn't heard of it. Then a big article came out that Owensboro was one of a handful of companies that they would roll out a product and they would test it to see how, kind of like this. Well, if it plays in Peoria, then you know that it can play across the country. And we were one of the ones, and we'd get these test products, and
like
they would,
months in advance.
If
or even a year
Owensboro will eat it, anybody will.
If Mikey will eat it, if nobody else. And we would talk to our cousins, and they'd say, "We don't even know what you're talking about." They never had heard of Pringles, and we'd been eating them for like a year. They said, "No, it comes in a tube can." You think you're talking to somebody from Mars? They go, "They're just what now?"
Y'all are like the test tube for America right there, huh? You wonder why people walk funny in Owensboro.
I like I like to think we were average, we were down to earth, and here you're talking about being guinea pigs.
Test crash
dummies. I was raised in a laboratory.
You were rat labs. The rat labs of America. What's these people?
And then there were some companies that went, oops. Well, we can't roll that out nationwide.
I was feeling pretty good about myself. Now I feel like I need a shirt. I'm from Owensboro. I'm one of the other rat plats. Wow, Tim.
I'm from Owensboro. Try it out on me.
I'm going to say it for the millionth time. I should be getting hazard pay. I leave this control room and my jaws are hurting. What good ribs I've got left. They're aching.
All right. We're gonna That is a
true.
funny take.
That's
That's a funny
true
take on it.
story, what I was telling you.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of going back to her regional product. A lot of people, they just have something regional.
Well, listen, we know it was a true story. We believe you. That's what makes it funny,
oh, my
what Tim
word.
said. Oh, all right, let's go to Texas. And Donna is on the line. I want to compliment our lady listeners. When I challenged them at the beginning they have come through. Donna, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Esteemed professors.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
You have been listening.
Where do you live, Donna?
I'm in Conroe, Texas, right next to Willis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With the tiramisu.
Yes.
You are right there on near beautiful Lake Conroe.
And I've never been, I have been to the lake, yeah. Anyway.
But not often, it sounds like.
No. I've only been here since 2019. I got here as soon as I could.
So Donna, do you listen to 88.3?
I do.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep, that's our second most listened to station.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
My radio in my car, absolutely.
Yeah, 88.3 Conroe.
Dare anybody to change it.
Donna, being
like
you
that.
said that, please continue to tell your friends. And those of you listening, this is true for laundry detergent, a nice restaurant. Word of mouth is one of the best ways you can help people find out about AFR. So please mention us to your church family, your neighbors. When you're at the gym,
I do.
"Oh,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah."
Tap all the time.
Oh, thank you. And those of you listening all across the country, we really would appreciate it if you spread the word. Hey, Donna, ask, answer, or do both, dear.
I'm going to do both.
Which one you
And I'm
feel
gonna
confident
the
about?
best selling author of all time.
Okay, Donna's going to answer this question, and here's the question. Who is the best-selling American author of all time?
Oh, you know what? Well, I've got two choices here, and I'm guessing. And can I say both of them?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to say Langston Hughes or Stephen King.
Okay, first of all, Stephen King, the other gentleman, I'm not sure, what did he write? Hughes.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
no, that's okay.
Well, hey, you don't have to get that way about it, Don. I'm just asking a question here. Hey, do you want to be friends or not? I mean, it's on you.
Hey,
really.
Donna, he's a little bit, he got triggered over dessert questions. He's a little sensitive.
I heard him. I heard him.
He's sensitive.
But he'll never say it again in life.
Okay, Donna. So your answer, the first gentleman I wasn't familiar with, the Stephen King. Everybody's heard of Stephen King, and he is a massive selling author.
Yeah,
an American,
but he's not
far lefty.
But he's not number one.
But no, I'll tell you who's number one.
Yeah, you give the answer away, and then you'll have time to put out another question.
No, let somebody else guess. No, don't do that, Tim. You got leave it on the table. Somebody else might.
Okay, well, tell us at the end. I'll be listening.
I will tell you at the end. That was a good guess, and I will tell you at the end who the best-selling author of all. And we like the fact that you guessed. That you guessed based on your knowledge and didn't just look it up in Wikipedia.
Hey, Donna, what's your question for us?
The question is, which animal is the least interesting?
Here's the deal. I can tell you, it ain't going to be the duck-billed platypus. We know that ain't going to be the one.
He's a life of the party or something?
That's about the most interesting.
The
But
least interesting.
Yeah, this is kind of subjective.
Well, I'm going to say
you have to be around.
I'm going to go with sloth. I'm going to go with JJ on the sloth.
The sloth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This does seem subjective, but this may be a little bit of a trick question.
It's going to be like a riddle. But see, the sloth, after I watched him playing Pictionary, that just sealed the deal for me.
Yeah. Jay, you have a guess, Tim?
Nah. Really?
He's already on the golf course. It's Labor Day weekend. He's got 1 foot on the golf course and 1 foot here in the studio.
He's not even interested in the question.
No, Donna, what's the answer?
Did I sound that way? I didn't mean to sound that way.
Donna, what's the answer?
A boar.
I figured it had to be something little.
Yeah, that was a good one.
A boar. I like that. I like that.
JJ will steal that one from you.
Yeah, Donna, have a great Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, we got time for one more call, maybe. Is that it?
I
or
think
what?
so.
Yeah, I think
because
we
then we
Donna was
give our
calling
answers.
from Texas there.
All right, let's go to Kentucky. I think that's the first time today that we've been to that Bluegrass State. Jim is on the line. Jim, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Well, I appreciate that. And Owensboro is a pretty nice place.
Hey, Jim, thank you
I've been
for
there
that.
several times.
Not just a bunch of lab rats that live there. That's why they
right.
selected it, because ordinary, regular, down-home, grassroots people live there.
And not only that, they wear shoes and have indoor plumbing.
Yeah. Now, there are a lot of corncob pipes, and they do have those pointy felt hats, but beyond that, hey, Jim, have you ever gotten to Owensboro to eat any of that barbecue?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the best in the world.
Bless
But hey,
your brains out with that.
ask, answer, or do both, sir.
Let's do both.
Which one you want to
I want
answer?
the Boulder Dam.
All right, Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam sits between what two states, Jim?
Arizona and Nevada.
That is correct.
Way to
Good
go.
on you, sir.
Hey, we're running out of time, Jim. What's your question for us?
Real quick, tell me what a woolly booger is.
I've heard of woolly booger my whole life.
All right, that's okay. I think that's like a caterpillar.
Yeah, let's
One
say
of those hairy
caterpillar.
Nope. It's a fly that you use for fly fishing.
Oh. See, I thought it was that monster that hid under your bed. When you were
A
in
woolly
elementary
booger?
school.
Don't
Yeah.
let the woolly boogers bite.
I'm afraid the woolly booger is going to come out from that bed, grab me by the
You gotta
ankle.
watch woolly boogers.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, woolly booger. So it's a fly you put on a fly fishing rod, like bait?
Yeah, it's a wet fly that you use. It's,
Oh, that's good.
Where do you get it from?
Well, I guess
where you get it from?
The Woolly
you
Booger
have to
store?
look around a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I'm
right.
sorry. Are we talking live bait here?
No, I don't think so. It's
No.
not. I think it's a lure,
It's
just a lure.
artificial bait.
And a lot of people tie them themselves.
Oh, I got you.
Hey,
I
Jim,
got you.
go Big Blue.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to
if he's a
AFR
Louisville
there in the
fan?
Bluegrass State.
All right, I only have one other question remaining. How many
Yeah.
squares on a checkerboard? You guys know?
Have no clue. Tim?
Mm-hmm.
64. 64
Really?
squares on a checkerboard, 32 for each side.
All right, here's what I've got. You guys are going to know the answer. What two boxers fought in the famous matchup dubbed the Thriller in Manila?
Frazier Ali.
That's right. Muhammad Ali and
George
Smoking Joe Frazier. Other question, which river, I guess you should say, flows at the bottom of the Grand Canyon?
Is that the Colorado River?
Colorado
River.
River. Yeah. Tim, we were in suspense over this author. Tell us who.
Okay, so the question I had, which was the mystery question, by the way, that was never
Yes,
answered.
that's right.
Oh, it was.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes, and you're not eligible.
No. I didn't know either. Anyway,
That's okay. Who is the best-selling American author of all time?
I'm going to say from New Albany. What was the guy's name? New Albany, Mississippi.
You know I gave you the
John
answer.
Grisham?
Not John Grisham. What's the other guy?
Hold on a second. You know I gave you the answer an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, but I'm like a goldfish. my attention span is.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay, who is the best-selling American author of all time? Dr. Seuss. His real name was Theodore Geisel. He sold over 500 million books worldwide.
Wow.
It's amazing.
I'm talking about the Oxford, Mississippi.
William Faulkner.
Faulkner, yeah. Dr. Seuss is the best-selling
American author
yes.
of all time. I want to say Agatha Christie is number one worldwide, but I'm not. Maybe that'll be a good question sometime.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that'd be a good follow-up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. We hope your college football team wins tonight or tomorrow.
That's
right. And we'll see you back here on Tuesday. We won't be here Monday for Labor Day with the live show. So we'll see you back live on Tuesday.